I think so many of you out there, you're existing in your peasant life. You wake up when the alarm goes off. You go to your job. Sorry. Hi, boss. Okay, you go to your job. Crazy. You get paid your wages. And you're like, how did Tate get all that money? That guy has $100 million. And here I am, slaving away.
Down with, and this is something we've seen in a lot of magazine articles written for the Go Girl, Boss Girl crowd over the past few years. They will feature 5 distinct women on a magazine cover, similar to There Are No Good Guys, or Why Do All These Women? The ages range from roughly the early 40s to the late 50s. They are all sassy and have a variety of quirks. And why are they having trouble locating a decent man? I will explain why. None of these articles will ever tell you the cold, hard truth about the 3 main reasons. It won't be pretty with butterflies and rainbows. But here we go. The fact that your dating pool is so small is the first reason you're having trouble. Women also are. This is inherent. All of this indicates that they are seeking a bigger and better deal. If you're a woman in your 40s or 50s who has worked her way up the corporate ladder, you probably have a degree in something like medicine, law, or something similar. You have been very successful. On a few pieces of mahogany-framed paper on the wall, small letters after your name tell the world who you are and what you stand for. On paper, that looks great. However, the issue is that men generally do not attract women. Simply put, none of the men that I am aware of, including myself, have ever commented, "Look at the degree on that chick." That is not how men function. Women view men as successful models. Men view women as attractive objects. That's the stark, unflinching truth about how that works. And when you climb the socioeconomic ladder as a woman earning a lot of money doing corporate work and other things of that nature, you have probably paid off your mortgage, bought a nice car with a German badge, and so on. Also, you're hot to trot. That's great. But do you know what else? Dating pools for you are much smaller. You earn $250,000 annually dating only up and across. You are only dating men who earn at least that much. Ladies, I'm going to connect that with yet another reason why it doesn't work out for you. This brings me to my second point, which is successful men you want to date, but think are attracted to your SAS or boss girl ideas. They typically date women who are younger, hotter, and more agreeable. Okay, it's typical of guys. Men are successful objects once more. A woman in her early 40s can compete with a woman in her early 20s when it comes to beauty. It's simply the hard, cold truth. They are younger, more beautiful, and have a lot of life left to live. They have more eggs. Men do it for a variety of reasons, and it is done by men everywhere. Moreover, there is almost always a chapter in any book on evolutionary psychology that you have read. The book's action is devoted to attraction levels and surveys from all over the world, across all cultures, and from every region. I believe that men typically start looking at pictures of attractive women between the ages of 18 and 20, all the way up to about 70. Men of all cultures and ages worldwide select approximately 23-year-olds on average. This is how men perceive attraction. Then, why wouldn't the world think that younger women are more attractive? If we're being honest, men have always viewed women as beautiful objects, and no amount of social pressure, magazine articles, attempts to use coercion, or acceptance protocols has changed this. We begin to hear about fat acceptance protocols and the idea that men should only date women their age. While it's nice to say that, what are men's actions telling you? They're going with hotter, younger women. Therefore, do you have a smaller dating pool to choose from after achieving all of that and climbing the corporate ladder? However, the remaining dating pool typically selects younger, hotter women rather than women of their age. This brings me to my final point, number 3. Men typically look at the quality of women in that age group. This is something I know. When my friends and a lot of the guys I've coached need help with women in their lives, women that age typically isn't good candidates for long-term relationships. I'll explain why. In most cases, they've been around the block. They have a count of the notch. They frequently accompany young children, sometimes from different fathers. They're also somewhat disagreeable in some cases, and in many cases, if I may use that term, they're almost unbearable to the point where it's uncomfortable to be around them. Additionally, there aren't any men of a higher caliber, which is what these successful corporate gigs, BOS grow, and women are looking for. Keen on going out all day to achieve excellence, make money, and then returning home to disagreement or disagreement. They want to feel at ease. They are seeking compassion. If you understand what I'm saying, they are looking for a woman who can transform his house into a home. And in the end, that is all that matters. Consequently, these are the three primary reasons why a lot of these older, sassy boss girls with degrees in excellence are having trouble. Putting the phrase, "finding a good guy," in quotation marks is just the cold, hard truth. It's just the reality of the sexual market as a whole that men in the successful age range aren't looking for anything like that. Additionally, it reveals a great deal about the reasons why so many older, successful women are attracted to younger men. A lot of money was made. They have a nice house and car, and they frequently go out and meet younger men in bars and nightclubs. They just pick them up, hook up, and do what they want with them. Additionally, they develop a romantic relationship. I know a lot of younger guys, and when I said younger, I mean about a decade younger than many women in their 40s and 50s who date older women because that's what they get. And at that point, women should view these younger men more as attractive objects. Because, believe it or not, numerous older men are unable to perform or have difficulty performing in the bedroom. They haven't prioritized self-care, so things aren't working out right if you get what I'm saying. As a result, a lot of the older people will begin dating some of these younger guys because men their age typically date younger, hotter women and avoid the disagreeable. Guys just don't want to put up with sassy boss girls, especially those who have a lot of kids with them. She sends me this brief email asking me to dedicate a video to the topic, even though it is a cold, hard truth and not many people will be willing to speak about it. I hope it provides professional women in the world with some clarity. If I may offer a piece of advice to some of the younger women out there, it would be this. If you want a man in your life for the long term with whom you can raise a family, look elsewhere. Maintain your value. The value must be created by men. They have to come up with something for themselves. Women must safeguard their values and ensure that they provide a guide with something of value. Additionally, if you want a family, start it when you are younger. If you're willing to compromise, climb the corporate ladder, and then look around at 42 and say, "Okay, I'm ready to have babies now." You'll have a hard time finding a guy because many men aren't interested in that. But they've either got it out of the way or, if you understand what I'm saying, do it with someone younger, more agreeable, and less likely to have a lot of baggage in their life.